Yeah. Listen. Yeah. Yeah. Listen. Mom worked doubles, pop slipped out, bills on the fridge, name crossed out, hand-me-down shoes, tongue half torn, crease in the bed where the dreams got worn. We ain't had much, just cold tap water, mailbox full of someone else's office. Teacher said focus, staring at the glass, counting every siren like a second-hand pass. Dust on the needle, lines in the groove, world stay spinning, we still move. Hands to the sky, feet in the pain. I've been, but I don't break. I've been, but I don't break. I don't break. Dust on the needle, heart on the line. Dig through the noise till the truth gon' shine. Hands to the sky, name in the grain. I've been, but I don't break. I've been, but I don't whole block praying to the same bright screen. Scroll for a blessing, swipe for a dream. Heard stay woke, then they went back sleep, chasing cheap lights for a heart that bleeds. Cousin did time for a half-zip charge. Soup took millions from a keyboard job. Judge cracked jokes while the pen got passed. Funny how the poor always pay in advance. On the needle, lines in the groove, world stay spinning, we still move. Hands to the sky, feet in the pain. I've been, but I don't break. Dust on the needle, heart on the line. Dig through the noise till the truth gon' shine. Hands to the sky, name in the grain. I've been, but I don't break. Yeah, kid on the corner, dream in his backpack, beat in his headphones, life in his rap pad. Burst like a mirror, page like a prayer. Every bar heavy like a folding chair. They teach numbers, never teach wealth. Teach new drugs, never teach health. Streets give lessons, chalk at the curb. Silence so loud you can hear every word. What you gon' do when the lights cut off? Who you gon' be when the mask come off? If the lie feels safe but the truth feels strange, you can stay stuck or you can step change. What you gon' say if you lose yourself? They selling you a box while you shelf your help. I was lost in the fog, now I write my way. Every line one brick, every hook my fate. Dust on the needle, lines in the groove, world stay spinning, we still move. Hands to the sky, feet in the pain. I've been, but I don't break. Dust on the needle, heart on the line. Dig through the noise till the truth gon' shine. Hands to the sky, name in the grain. I've been, but I don't break. Look at my people, still here, still breathing. Still find light in the long dark evening. Laugh in the kitchen, rice on the stove. Story in the steam, hope in the smoke. We ain't statistics, we ain't mistakes. We that late bus that still show up late. I speak for the quiet, trying to make sound so a kid like me hear his own name loud. Dust on the needle, lines in the groove, world stay spinning, we still move. Hands to the sky, feet in the pain. I've been, but I don't break. Dust on the needle, heart on the line. Dig through the noise till the truth gon' shine. Hands to the sky, name in the grain. I've been, but I don't break. I've been, but I don't break. I've been, but I don't break. Dust on the needle. Soul in the groove. If I fall down, I still move. Write my scars in a. We grew from cracks in the concrete. No. Yeah. Mom yelling through the door. Fill out forms, find some work. I'm filling notebooks, not HR portals. Ink on my fingers, not ink on a contract. Bus pass, late again, shoelace loose. Mind tied tight, storefront glass shows a tired face, but my eyes still argue with the reflection. Every bill like a brick on my chest. Every friend cutting corners for a check. They say dream small, keep it safe. I say dream big. Pay it late. fade if I gotta.
We grew from cracks in the concrete.
Rain in our shoes, hope on repeat.
Still I rise when the rent's past due. Still I rise with a verse, that's proof. We grew from cracks in the concrete, yeah.
Hungry all week, rich in heartbeat. If the world says break, I
bend the rules. Still I rise, still I rise.
That's true. Granddad kept his medals in the coffee tin. Said they gave us metal, never medicine. Coughed when he laughed. Still called me king, told me fight for your mind. Not a wedding ring, block full of sirens and side hustles. Kids learn math through the dice and the doubles. Teacher said college or you fail, but the janitor taught me more sweeping that stairwell. Now I'm scribbling schemes on the back of receipts, budgeting dreams like they part of the lease. I might never own a piece of this street, but my story got roots deeper than concrete.
We grew from cracks in the concrete.
Rain in our shoes, hope on repeat.
Still I rise when the rent's past due. Still I rise with a verse, that's proof. We grew from cracks in the concrete.
Hungry all week, rich in heartbeat. If the world says break, I
bend the rules. Still I rise, still I rise.
That's true.
They said know your place. I'm at the whole maze. Turn my scars to a staircase. Every doubt just a doorway.
Mama praying in the kitchen light. Whisper, baby, just live right. I said, mine perfect, yeah. She said, good, then you still got fight.
We grew from cracks in the concrete.
Rain in our shoes, hope on repeat.
Still I rise when the rent's past due. Still I rise with a verse, that's proof. We grew from cracks in the concrete, yeah.
Hungry all week, rich in heartbeat. If the world says break, I
bend the rules. Still I rise, still I rise.
That's true.
Dust on the grooves, ink on my hands,
blueprints in my notebook,
trying to map this land.
Yeah. 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 Came up counting change at the corner at the bus bench. Mama working double spine sight, jaw clenched. Hand me down, hoodie pockets full of loose lead. Writing on receipts, every word like new bread. Teacher said dream big, then laughed at my grammar. But I spoke in crack brick in apartment door slammers. Watched the rich jog past in their wireless worlds, while we boiled tap water for the rhyme in this world. Blueprints in my notebook, lines across the margins, truth in the hooks. Trying to turn these pages into pay for the block and the pass for the youth. Blueprints in my notebook, if I draw it enough, maybe walls get shook. From the first small answer, yeah, to the last hard look. Uncle got locked for a crime he ain't touched. Same week the mayor's son got a warning, not cuffs. There's a price on our silence, discount on our pain. They sell back our stories with the logo and chain. Scrolling through a timeline that never shows the tenants, just the rooftop parties where they toast the evictions. They pave over gardens, then name it whole place. Funny how they paint over every brown, every face. Blueprints in my notebook, lines across the margins, truth in the hooks. Trying to turn these pages into pay for the block and the pass for the youth. Blueprints in my notebook, if I draw it enough, maybe walls get shook. From the first small answer, yeah, to the last hard look. Who benefits when we break?
Tell me.
Who profits when we heal slow? Who's counting on us staying tired? Too tired to say no. Who writes the rules in ink and hands us chalk to cope? I'm sketching exits on these lines. Every bar, another road. See the kid on the stairwell, hood tight, eyes blank. He don't need more sermons, he need food, he need rank. He needs someone to listen, not just pose for a picture. He need more than 1 month of a get back mixer. So I rhyme like a legend, name every hidden feat in the wrist on our stress, compounding quietly. But this verse like a credit on accounts overdue. If the system won't save us, we'll do what systems do. Blueprints in my notebook, Lines across the margins, truth in the hooks. Trying to turn these pages into pay for the block and the pass for the youth. Blueprints in my notebook. If I draw it enough, maybe walls get shook. From the first small answer, yeah, to the last hard look. Just on the groove, yeah. Ink on my hand. If the plan don't fit us, we redraw the plan. Blueprints in my notebook. Oh, folded in my coat. If tomorrow feel heavy, we rewrite the code. Yeah. A cold morning, same corner. Listen. Yeah. Cold morning. Yeah. Same corner. Listen. Streets talking past tense. Boarded up shops, lost pensions, bad rent. Short change in the jar on the fridge. Mama folding coupons, eyes on the bridge. Bus late, but the bill's on time. Little bro, mommy lyrics trying to memorize rhymes. He asks, why they got more than we do? I shrug slow, but the answer see-through. Teacher said work hard, door swing, but his shirt still counts as a late slip thing. Principal's office looks brand new. Ceiling leaks drip over row 22. Hearts heavy like the sky in June. Helicopters hum over every full moon. News on mute, at the bar by noon. Same headline, just a different costume. We grow through the cracks in the concrete. We still ride, bare feet on the glass in the back street. Still alive. If the system never loved us, then we won't sleep. Cause the truth is in the voices that they don't keep. Grow through the cracks in the concrete. Hold that line. Every scar, every flaw, that's a fault line. If the ladder always broken, we gon' build beats. Turn the pain into power when the drum speaks. Food desert, but the liquor store lush. Bright signs buzz where the hope feel crushed. They sell dreams in the bottle by the case. Sip slow, watch time leak out of your face. Old head on the crate like a prophet. Spitting whole histories, nobody can stop it. Says they moved the line and blamed your stride. Redrew the map, said you never arrived. Job apps ghost you, name too loud. Zip code tag, you deny from the crowd. But spreadsheets never show that stress. Just a graph with a gap in the code address. Politicians do a drive-by handshake, photo out fast. Then the car lane straight, come back when the cameras need tears. Use our pain and vanish for 4 more years. We grow through the cracks in the concrete. We still ride, bare feet on the glass in the back street. Still alive. If the system never loved us, then we won't sleep. Cause the truth is in the voices that they don't keep. Grow through the cracks in the concrete. Hold that line. Every scar, every flaw, that's a fault line. If the ladder always broken, we gon' build beats. Turn the pain into power when the drum speaks. Yeah, I see the children drawing futures on the sidewalk. Chalk wings stretch wide where the lines cross. Decal outside every rule they wrote. New maps drawn from a different throat. Cousin came home with the number, not a medal. System got gears, flesh on the pedals. If the cell felt just like our block. Same gray paint, same lock clock. They fun cages, cut art, then wonder why kids only fluent in rage and thunder. But give a bang, give a stay, give a mic stand. Watch a whole hood build a new lifespan. We ain't perfect and I won't pretend, but guilt looks small when you trace it to the end. From a ship to a chain to a law to a loan to a land on the farm that denies you a home. Still grandma sings in the kitchen low. Oh, him bending over every bite on the stove. Says baby, this pain not the end of the tale. We the storm and the cell and the nail. We grow through the cracks in the concrete. We still ride, bare feet on the glass in the back street. Still alive. If the system never loved us, then we won't sleep. Cause the truth is in the voices that they don't keep. Grow through the cracks in the concrete. Hold that line. Every scar, every flaw, that's a fault line. If the ladder always broken, we gon' build beats. Turn the pain into power when the drum speaks. When the drum speaks. The drum speaks. I grew up with the Rusty's billboards. Church shoes, bus fumes, cheap takeout. Whole block talking like a forecast. Cloudy today, maybe sun after jail time. Yeah. Yeah. Mama kept the sugar in the coffee can. Rent late, still praying with an open hand. Stove light on, that was our chandelier. Writing rhymes in the margin of a pink slip. Yeah, cousin had a pager in the pager debt. Told me, little bro, this is all we get. I said, nah, watch me stretch this breath. Turn a one-room life to a long cassette. Lunch line long, I was last again. Free milk warm, but I passed on it. Pocket full of lines from the class I skipped. Homeroom teacher said, you'll never be yeah. Now I'm scribbling on the back of the shut-off notice. Every word like a brick in the backbone fortress. Whole world said hush, but the truth too noisy, so I tune my pain like a cracked old 45. Dust on the needle, pain in the groove. We've been stuck in this loop, but we still move. Hands in the air for the lost in the groove. We still here, we still here. Same torn shoes, but we dance anyway. Heart so heavy, but we chant anyway. If they forget us, then we sing our name. We still here, yeah. Still here. Government letter in the pale blue sleeve. Big words, small print, we gon' take what you need. Mama whispered in the dark, they don't see us at all. I watch kids draw maps down a brown girl's jaw. School hall smell like bleach and fear. Metal detector greet you like a cashier. Sell you safety, but the chain's too short, so we learn more law from the busting court. I seen fathers in the park teaching free throw form, but they never learned how to file those forms. Seen mothers take 2 jobs, 3 bus routes, still get blamed for the crime they ain't know about. Talk to them. Politicians on the screen with the clean-cut green, talking numbers like the numbers ain't kids and kin. They debate in the room that will never get in, but we still break bread with the crumbs they send. Tell me who counts the ones that they counted out? Who gives a mic to the voiceless mouths? If they brand our blocks with a barcode now, we gon' scratch that code till the sound breaks out. Hey! Dust on the needle, pain in the groove. We've been stuck in this loop, but we still move. Hands in the air for the lost in the groove. We still here, we still here. Same torn shoes, but we dance anyway. Hearts so heavy, but we chant anyway. If they forget us, then we sing our name. We still here, still here. Look, I seen hope in a knockoff jersey. Kid on the corner yelling, watch, I'm worthy. Practice crossovers on a cracked black top. Dreaming by the court where the nets don't rot. Old head on the stoop with a sky full of stories. Said they want your glory, but they fear your knowledge. Read more than they feed you, son, that's your wallet. Books in your backpack heavier than in college. So I carry that weight down the one-way street where the crosswalk light never turn to walk, please. We just timed our steps to the rush of the wheels, and I learned every risk got a rhythm you feel. Now I rap for the janitors, bus drivers, line cooks, single moms working through the spine crooks, kids in the back of detention writing rhyme hooks. Everybody living in the parts they don't put in the fine print books. They point cameras when a window breaks. Now when we pass books at a window gate, they still fear in the that little bell on the door, same block, same floor. Still praying on this worn tile for more. Yeah. 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 Corner store gospel, plastic saints on the lotto rap. One eye on the entrance of the eye, trying to watch my back. Mama count quarters, stretching milk in the Monday stew. I'm watching rich kids walk past in those brand new shoes. On to say, son, you blessed. Hand stained red from bagging chips. I'm blessed with late fees and stress. He blessed with tax breaks and tips. Teacher said dream big, then zip back to the safer side. I just saw bars on the window, same bars. On the bus we ride, yeah. Lil' homie stole gum, got slammed by a heavy palm. Same week a man in the suit stole homes with illegal charm. Tell me what's crime, what's clever, what's hustle, what's sin, what's weather. If rain hit all of us equal, why we drown and why they flow better? This that corner store gospel. Hallelujah, hey. Bag of rice in the pocket of change. We singing corner store gospel. Sing it anyway. Trying to find a little light in the pain. From the aisles to the sky, we pray. Same song in 1,000 lanes. It's that corner store gospel. Say a amen in there every day. Block got 3 churches. Still the block feel cursed and cracked past the driving circles in the shiny thing tinted black. Sermon on Sunday, Monday we back to the fight. He talking about heaven, we talking about heat and lights. Uncle with the war scars, PTSD in the stare. He salute flags on TV, but the system never really cared. Benefits lost in the stack of forms that he couldn't read. They say serve your country, we serve time for the smallest V. Sister with the honor roll, bus 2 hours crosstown school. She the one they point to. See? The game's fair, just follow rules. But rules got loopholes and doors that don't open wide. They handle one small ladder while we scale this concrete side. Still we laugh on the front steps, share plates when the food run low. Pass coats in the winter cold, cause warmth don't come from the stove. They count us out on the map, we count on each other's hands. If love is the only law, we the freest in all this land. It's that corner store gospel. Hallelujah. Bag of rice in the pocket of change. We singing corner store gospel. Sing it anyway. Trying to find a little light in the pain. From the house to the sky, we praise. Same song in 1,000 lanes. It's that corner store gospel. Say your amen in there every day. Who gon' speak up when the rent rise? When the school close and the dream dies? When the news can't leave but the grief stays? We still here counting these street days. Who gon' teach love in the long line? Food car short but the soul fine. If the saints look like us in our same clothes, maybe heaven been right here this whole road. Yeah, I seen boys turn bitter. Metal tucked deep in their waist, so life felt little, so they carved out a louder place. I seen girls with a gift turn it quiet cause the world too loud. Yeah, till the auntie pulled her aside, said, sing, don't shrink for the crowd. Trying to unlearn shame, passed down like a family plate. Don't talk back, don't cry, don't dream too big, just wait. We the kids of that silence, turn verse into daily bread. Every rhyme a rebellion, every line where a lie drops dead. Politician on the screen, sell hope in the 15th clip. Soon as cameras lean, he forget half the names he kissed. Yeah. Look. Late train, same line, busted seat, loose screw. Old man dozing with the fast food suit. Kid in the corner, hoodie up, eyes red. Sketching big dreams in the torn math pad. Just on the phone talking about that raise. Boss said later, that's the 8th delay. Bill stack high like the ads on the wall. Buy more, feel more, and we still feel small. Exit sign buzzing, yellow tint ceiling. Whole car heavy with that quiet hurt feelings. I just count stops, watch stories rewind. Every face flashing like a frame in my mind. If this car is a world, then who's driving the wheel? Everybody look numb, everybody can feel. Mirror on the metro, show me who we really are. Bruises on a budget, but we still reach for a star. Staring at the window, see my past in the glass. Running in a circle, but we still don't crash. Mirror on the metro, every stop, every scar. Prayers in the margins of a late night car. If we ride together, we ain't that far from turning all this metal to a moving heart. Yeah, corner store clerk, name tag Samir. Left home, came here, 23 lost years. Sends half back, keeps half laugh, dead tired. Says dreams need rent and a little desire. Young mom rocking that stroller like a lullaby. Headphones on, but that eyes don't lie. Baby sleep easy, she don't sleep much. Whole week held up by a coffee cup. Cop on the platform, hand on the talkie. Sees brown skin first and decides who's walking. Team with the book bag, freezes on cue. Knows that script like it's deja vu. We've been learning the lines from a play we ain't write, but I hear new chords in the wheels at night. Mirror on the metro, show me who we really are. Bruises on the a budget, but we still reach for a star.
Reach for a star.
Staring at the window, see my past in the glass.
See it flash.
Running in a circle, but we still don't crash. Mirror on the metro, every stop, every scar.
Every scar.
Prayers in the margins of a late night car. If we ride together, we ain't that far. Yeah, from turning all this metal to remove. I remember 8 deep in the 2-room place. Uncle on the couch trying to outdrink fate. Mama folding uniforms, late night soap. Planting quiet seeds in my chest like oh. Teacher said, boy, you too real for this test. I said life throw questions all over my desk. They circle our blocks, then they call them lost. But we build whole worlds out of discount claw. Brother got a record cause the block got rules. Judge got a robe in the private school. System so slick, blame the fish, praise the net. Then ask why the ocean always wet. So I sharpen my tongue like a key in the lock. Every bar that I write is a map off the block. Mirror, mirror on the metro, show me who we really are.
Who we are.
Bruises on a budget, but we still reach for.
Still reaching.
Staring at the window, see my past in the glass.
See my path.
Running in a circle, but we still don't crash. Mirror on the metro,
Every stop.
every scar.
Every scar.
Prayers in the margins of a late night car. If we ride together, we ain't that far
From turning all this metal
to a moving heart. What if this car's a clash and the lesson is us? What if power ain't? Yeah.
You cornerstone gospel.
Pass the mic real quick.
Yeah. Cornerstone gospel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pass the mic.
Yeah, same block, different decade. Graffiti peeling on the metal gate. Shorty at the bus stop, backpack half zip. Math book mixed with a bag of chips. OG on the milk crate, preaching through the tooth gap. Don't chase the chain, kid, learn to own the map. Mama at the counter, counting out coins, choosing between rice and the baby boy's joints. Sirens in the distance, kids play through the sound. They hop over chalk lines, treat them like the ground. I'm writing in the notebook by the scratch card stand. Blueprints for a new world, and they used up brand. It's that corner store sermon.
Cornerstone sermon.
Spilling truth on the linoleum floor. From the change in your pockets to the scars you're observing. We've been rich in a way we ignore. This that corner store sermon. Say a little prayer. Paycheck pennies in a heart full of war. If we rise from the ruin, every soul, every person, we don't live like this no more. Teacher said promise, system said probably not. Guidance counselor tied, stamping dreams on the spot. Heard a brother say trap, but he braided his hope in his little sister's hair while he laughed at his broke. Newscaster talking numbers like they talking rain. Stats on the screen, never mention the name. Politician in the hard hat, shaking hands at noon. Camera crew leaves, he evacuates soon. Meanwhile in the alley, they trading they sleep for a little false peace in the plastic sheep. I'm staring at the lotto line, thinking on fate. Maybe heaven ain't a ticket, it's the love we cultivate. It's that corner store sermon.
Cornerstone sermon.
Spilling truth on the linoleum floor. From the change in your pockets to the scars you're observing. We've been rich in a way we ignore. It's that corner store sermon.
Lift your head up high.
Paycheck pennies in a heart full of war. If we rise from the ruin, every soul, every person, we don't live like this no more. What if we study the pain, treat it like a textbook page by page? What if we funded the brain the same way we funding the cage? Yeah. What if we honored the cleaners like the ones on the stage? What if we measured the genius? Not by money or race. Tell me, who profits when you hate your reflection? Who's scared of a block that can vote with affection? I see pastors in aprons, prophets in hoodies. I see queens on the night shift, kings packing goodies. Little homie said, bro, all this talk sound deep, but I still gotta eat and the rent ain't cheap. I said I feel every ripple of the hunger you speak, but if they own you tomorrow when you sell them your wheat, then we circle like the ceiling fan spinning in place. They sell us every answer, but erase our face. He nodded through the smoke cloud, eyes on the floor. I said power ain't a product, it's the person next door. It's the elder with the stories and the neighbor with the van. It's the kid who loves numbers, drawing cities in the sand. We don't wait for a savior, walking out some gate. We the ones we've been needing, we the ones that can create. It's that corner store sermon,
corner store sermon.
Spilling truth on the linoleum floor, from the change in your pockets to the scars you're observing. We've been rich in the way we ignore. It's that corner store sermon.
Sing it one more time. A paycheck penny in a heart full of
yeah. Yeah. Same clothes 3 days, rent late, bus lane, side gaze. Mom praying over cold plates. I was tracing my fate in the word maze. Yeah. Hand-me-down shoes, floor tilt, leaking roof, rain through the drywall silt. Pop gone, empty on the bed frame. I learned how to turn that pain into red flame. Yeah, teacher said, boy, you a lost file. I was scribbling scripts in the margin the whole time. Glass in my palm from the last fight. Blood on the page, make the ink feel half right. This that stained glass city where the light breaks high. Little color through the cracks in the concrete. God, we've been crying in the shadow just to laugh on top. Had to climb from the basement just to claim my spot. I roll from the gutter to the grace I got. My soul still humming when the gates are locked. We've been, but we never let the line get crossed. In the stained glass city, I am not that lost. Young man talk slick, heart rust. Bodega owner watching with a quiet distrust. Cops ride slow like they smell my thoughts. So I tuck big dreams in the small side pocket of my shorts. Older brother doing time off a bad plan. Wrong day, wrong store, wrong madman. Letters from the block say guard your peace. So I treat each breath like a guarded piece. Shorty on the corner with the wide eyes says she want love, settle for a sideline. Scrolling through a phone full of half-truths, trying to feel whole in the half-room. This that stained glass city where the light breaks high. Little color through the cracks in the concrete. God, we've been crying in the shadow just to laugh on top. Had to climb from the basement just to claim my spot. I roll from the gutter to the grace I got. My soul still humming when the gates are locked. We've been, but we never let the line get crossed. In the stained glass city, I am not that lost.
What you do when the hope feel hollow?
Yeah.
When your name just a number they swallow. I write truth on the back of my scars. Hold it up high like a flag, like a star.
The stained glass city where the light breaks high. Little color through the cracks in the concrete. God, we've been crying in the shadow just to laugh on top. Had to climb from the basement just to claim my spot. From the gutter to the grace I got. My soul still humming when the gates are locked. We've been, but we never let the line get crossed. In the stained glass city, I am not that lost.
5 minutes on the clock. Tick, tick. Same old block.
Still sick.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. 5 minutes on the clock.
Tick, 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 tick. Same old block.
Yeah, still sick. Yeah. I was raised where the buses come late, where the corner store knows your whole name by the weight, where the landlord counting every cent on your shame, where the kids learn math by dividing the pain. Mama said pray, but the rent said run, so I'm out before the first gray light of the sun. Pocket full of resumes, head full of doubt, whole hood on my back trying to carry it out. News talk loud, never mention outside, only see us when the crime rate coincide. They don't show the little boy selling water in June, or the girls turning poems into fuel for the room. I seen teachers with a heart like steel bring a whole class back with a free hot meal. If you listen past sirens and the static and fear, you can hear a quiet voice saying we still here. We got 5 more minutes on this broken block. Every second that's ticking is a chance we got. From the cracks in the concrete to the dreams we plot. I ain't leaving my people, I'ma lift this spot. Yeah, 5 more minutes for the kids outside, for the single moms working till they bones run dry. If the world won't see us, we'll make them rewind. 5 more minutes, but we stretching that time. Oh, we stretching that time. Oh, we stretching that time. Little homie got expelled for a fight in the yard, but the bully wore a badge and a cold small heart. He was crying to his mom through a cracked cell phone signal, breaking like his voice when he said I'm alone. And the preacher on the pulpit say love your foes, while his cousin flip packs just to buy new clothes. There's a 2-story house with a 3-car drive, owned by a man never seen on this side. He invest in the block just to raise that rent, turn a lifetime home to a 12-month tent. Opportunity zone on a glossy sign, but they cut down the tree where we carved our rhymes. Now the kids drift further each bus stop pass, chasing Wi-Fi, trying to upload class, but a slow connection can't buffer your hopes. So we pass hand-me-down dreams like a family coat. We got 5 more minutes on this Fredo map. Every second that's slipping, we gon' stitch it back. From the paint on the shutters to the shoes off track. I ain't counting us out, I'ma counter that. Hey, 5 more minutes for the ones on E, for the quiet kids humming, making melodies. If the world changed channels when they look at me, 5 more minutes, cause our story ain't free. Our story ain't free. If time is money, then they bought our day, sold our nights for a small, small wage. But time is a drum in a wounded chest, we still beat, we still protest. If hope is a house, we gon' build that frame, brick by brick, name by name. If love is a law they forgot to write, we gon' speak it loud till it changed their side. Till it changed their side. Grandma kept a shoebox under her bed full of letters from a march where the cops all read. She said, baby, they were sure we would stay in our place. Now your mic is the sign that they losing that race. I got cousins upstate for a crime they ain't do. Got friends overseas fighting wars brand new. Got a sister in scrubs on a 12-hour shift, saving strangers every day while a backbone lift. So when they say our people only break, not bend, I'ma show them how we bend. Every bar I pen, how we learn from the cracks in the stained glass roof, that the light comes in where you show your truth. See, I stand in the food stamp line in the pose, same ID, same clothes, same soul. If they close one door, we repaint that wall, turn the boarded up frame to a place to call. Yeah. Tick, 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 tick. Let's go. Look, they've been feeding us the same trap. Look, rich, poor, left, right. We gon' break the map. We the same post. You feel me? Yeah. Left, right, rich, poor. We don't buy the lie, stand firm, 10 toes, reaching for the sky. Tear down the borders, we breaking down the wall. One post, one breath, justice for us all. Left, right, rich, poor. We don't buy the lie, stand firm, 10 toes, reaching for the sky. Tear down the borders, we breaking down the wall. One post, one breath, justice for us all. Wake up every morning to a screen full of dread. Suits in the office trying to mess with our head, pointing at the neighbor saying they the one to blame. But we all just pawns in the billionaire's game. I ain't drinking down the poison they pouring in the cup. When the block hit rock, we the ones lifting up. From the concrete city to the dirt road town, it's the same heavy burden always keeping us down. Gotta teach the little youth how to see past the shade, how to stand in the sun, not the mess that they made. This the anthem for the real, for the ones in the back. Put your fist in the air, put the truth on the track. Left, right, rich, poor, we don't buy the lie. Stand firm, 10 toes, reaching for the sky. Tear down the borders, we breaking down the wall. One post, one breath, justice for us all. Left, right, rich, poor, we don't buy the lie. Stand firm, 10 toes, reaching for the sky. Tear down the borders, we breaking down the wall. One post, one breath, justice for us all. Scrolling through the timeline, nothing but the rage. Algorithms locking us inside a digital cage. They want a civil war, they want us on the street, but I'm dropping cold logic on the boom bap beat. Grew up in the middle of the struggle and the strife. Now I use this microphone to try and save a life. Loading up the lyrics like a fully loaded clip. I'm shooting down the rumors, I'm abandoning the ship. We don't need a politician making empty vows. We just need a revolution and we need it right now. Drop the labels, drop the tags, throw the anger away. We gon' stand as a collective at the end of the day. Left, right, rich, poor, we don't bother lie. Stand firm, 10 toes, reaching for the sky. Tear down the borders, we breaking down the wall. One post, one breath, justice for us all. Left, right, rich, poor, we don't bother lie. Stand firm, 10 toes, reaching for the sky. Tear down the borders, we breaking down the wall. One post, one breath, justice for us all. So march with me, walk with me, step out the dark. From the corners of the city to the benches in the park. We get force of nature when we moving as a crew. Ain't no limit to the things that the people gonna do. I see a better chapter that we writing in the sand, where you judge by your spirit, not the color of your hand. A little bit of empathy to wash away the grief. Give the hungry some food, give the weary some relief. So raise up your voice, let the frequency connect. When we treat each other equal with the baseline of respect, it's time to build a bridge, let the barriers fall. One crew, one team, we gon' liberate them all. Drop the fear, stop the fight, step out of the dark into the light. Hand in hand, hold the line, lead a division behind. Left, right, rich, poor, we don't bother lie. Stand firm, 10 toes, reaching for the sky. Tear down the borders, we breaking down the wall. One post, one breath, justice for us all. Left, right, rich, poor, we don't bother lie. We don't bother lie. Stand firm, 10 toes, reaching for the sky. Tear down the borders, we breaking down the wall. One post, one breath, justice for us all. They try to build up the walls, but we all share the same earth. We all face the same struggles. We all seek a better tomorrow. One mind, one movement. Power to the people, to the people. Yeah.
I can hear it ticking.
Listen. Alarm on my phone, I hit snooze, hit doubt. Same stain on the ceiling, I've been trying to paint out. Mama in the kitchen with a coupon stack. Say a prayer over coffee like we'll bounce back. Bus late, real fate in a plastic seat. Headphones loud, whole world on repeat. Graffiti on the bridge shake. Push that stress, I feel the letters in the clock. In my chest, 12 missed calls, but they all from bills. Automatic voice talking about overdue still. I've been over this hill, 2 jobs, 1 check, whole week on my feet, still behind by step. But I never been the type just to curse that rain. Turn pain into paint, write my last name on the line I sign, on the life I invest. In the weight, in the clock in my chest.
I got this clock in my chest, tick, tick, don't stop,
don't stop.
Every little second trying to push me off top, but I rise. When it drop, I rise. Turn another low in the fuel for the climb. I got this clock in my chest, tick, tick, so loud, so loud. Counting every doubt that I buried in the ground. When the world say rest,
I just beat my drum,
cause the clock in my chest
say the time gon' come, time gon' come. Corner store clerk, know my dreams by name. Say you still writing, boy, or you just talk game. I laugh like both, truth hit close. I got verses in my phone that my fear won't post. Scroll timelines, everybody rich, no stress. Whole page looks staged like success in the dress, but behind that lens they confess. Same mess, same late rent, same please, God bless. My brother did a bid, came home with ghosts. He don't speak about nights when the lights went low, just stares at the wall when the siren cries. Say freedom ain't a door, it's a state of mind. He tap on the table, same beat as my heart. Says you ain't from the hood, you a work of art. Keep painting that pain, put the pen in your chest. Every bar that I breathe is a breath I got left.
I got this clock in my chest, tick, tick, don't stop,
don't stop.
Every little second trying to push me off top, but I rise. When it drops, I rise. Turn another low in the fuel the clock in my chest
Say the time gon' come, time gon' come.
Ooh, I feel the weight on my shoulders, but I'm still moving boulders. Every tick, every tock, put my faith in the shock of the fall, of the rise, of the test, of the time, of the clock in my chest.
My chest. I ain't running from the pressure, I'ma turn it into treasure. Every scar, every loss, every yes, every no. That's the rhythm of my soul when it goes like
I got this clock in my chest. Tick, tick, don't stop. Tick, 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 tick.
don't stop.
Every little second trying to push me off top, but I rise. When it drops, I rise. Burn another low and the fuel for the climb. I got this clock in my chest. Tick, tick, so loud, so loud. Counting every doubt that I buried in the ground. When the world say rest,
I just beat my drum,
cause the clock in my chest.
say the time gon' come, time gon' come. Look, I used to wanna quit, throw the pen, go mute. But the truth, clock on the wall, buzzing, same dull hump in the hall. Cousin, late notice in the mail, summons. Mama in the kitchen like, baby, keep running. Keep running, yeah. 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 Woke up sitting the rent due, same shoes, same bruise on the ego, short fuse, bus pass hanging by a thread, crack phone, 3 texts, alright. One from the job, don't be late again. One from the bank balance in the wind. One from my brother, yo, you still gon' win. I ain't Nancy yet, just let this sink in. Corner store coffee, coins on the counter. Sugar for the pain, hope for the doubter. Old head singing, young blood, read louder. So I scribble on receipts, turn receipts to power. Got the rhyme for the light bill, rhyme for the shame. First for the days when my pride got drained. Hook for the homies that ain't hop that train. And the prayer for the ones who ain't make it off the lane. We paying late fees and daydreams. Still we breathe, still we scheme. Tryna turn these lines into life that gleam.
that gleam.
If the world don't love us, we love us, we love us, we. Hands up for the people in the back row seat.
Still here, still
Singing off key, but we still on beat. Teacher said, boy, you were bright, lost cause. Boss said, clock in, don't break these laws. Cop said nothing, just stared at my jaw. Tattoo on his wrist, same cross as my mom. Funny how faith get flipped to a threat. How a kid with the pen feel pressed by your vest. How a test got the grade for the way that we dress, but no grade for the way that we carry this stress. Food on the table, that's a weekly puzzle. Coupon clipping on the paper muzzle. Sister got dreams of a cap and a tassel, but the bill stacked tall like a concrete castle. And we chisel every day with the cheap dull blade. Pranking steel, turn steel in the heat we face. If the block is a book, we gon' rewrite pages. If the world build cages, we build new stages. We paying late fees and daydreams. Still we breathe, still we scheme. Tryna turn these lines into life that gleam.
life that gleam.
If the world don't love us, we love us, we love us, we. Hands up for the people in the back row seat. Still here, still singing off key, but we still on. Grandma on the porch with the radio low, saying everything changed but the struggle still shows. She survived 10 winters I ain't never even know. She like, baby, tell the truth in the stories you flow. So I rap for the single pops working both shifts. Rap for the late bus dragging co-kids. Rap for the yard trips, phone call minutes. For the mother in the kitchen with the whole world in it. Look, if all we got's each other, we ain't broke, we rich. If they measure us in money, they gon' always miss. We the laughter in the lobby when the light flick quick. We the hush in the hallway when they talk that risk. Every scar is a map, every tear, every laugh. Every bill we stack, every bridge, every gap. Write it down in the margin of the past. Do notice cause the ink don't lie when the heart stay open. Yeah. We paying late fees and daydreams. Still we breathe, still we scheme. Tryna turn these lines into light that gleam.
that gleam.
If the world don't love us, we love us, we love us, we.
Hands up for the people. corners bent, brick dust lungs, rent past due again.
Yeah.
Pages torn.
Yeah. Mama kept the jar loose change right above the stove by the crack paint. Said every little bit is a staircase, even if you only climb one step. I was on the porch with a cheap pad, trying to turn pain into syntax. Uncle on the couch with the six-pack, preaching about the war like it's still on playback. I learned history from the hurt folks, from the burnt folks, from the ones with the earn smoke in the front row at the church when the hearse rolled. Black suit, 2 sizes too big, hand-me-down tie from my old man's gig. He said, son, cut the TV, read the small print, cause the devil do his deals in the fine script.
Brick dust in Bible pages. We've been broke for generations, but the soul don't sell, it's sacred. It's sacred. We rise up from all these cages.
Brick dust and Bible pages.
Turn that pain into translation.
We gon' write our own foundations.
On foundation.
Name our worth in bold vibration. Yeah, teacher pulled me out of homeroom, asked why my eyes look so old for the classroom. I said, I've been counting red and blue lights outside my window like sheep at night. Cousin got booked on the frame up, lawyer talk slick, that's a pay cut. Whole fam doing math with the pay stub. How you choose food or bail for a made up charge? That's a loaded deck. Whole hood feels like a stolen check. We deposit hope, they overdraft respect, but we still show up in our Sunday best. Grandma said, baby, don't harden. Keep your heart soft, let your mind be the garden. Plant good words in the dark apartment. Watch them crack concrete like they starlit.
Brick dust in Bible pages. We've been broke for generations, but the soul don't sell, it's sacred.
So sacred.
We rise up from all these cages.
Brick dust and Bible pages.
Turn that pain into translation.
We gon' write our own foundation.
On foundation.
Name our worth in bold vibration.
Who taught you you were less than? Who taught you you were less than? Who sold that lie for a quick check? Look in the mirror. That reflection is an answer, prayer and progress. Oh, keep stepping.
You more than the block that you slept in. You more than the jobs that reject you. You the book they ain't ready to read yet. Young king in the hallway, stressed, hoodie up, eyes down, rumors on his neck. I said, they don't get what you carrying, that's why they scared of your brilliance, embarrassing. Sister on the bus with the good grades, still follow around stores like a court case. She bite her tongue till it tastes like a migraine, writing college essays on the crack screen. We the ones praying over late fees, fighting over land that our greats free, trying to build peace where the hate breeds, while the news cut clips like a fake scene. But I seen love on the front stoop, sharing one plate, that's a sunroof. In the house with the leaky roof, that's proof. Hope grow wild where they plant
Brick
juice.
dust in Bible pages. We've been broke for generations, but the soul don't sell, it's sacred. It's sacred. We rise up from all these cages.
Brick dust
In Bible pages. Turn that pain into translation.
we gon' write our own foundation.
On foundations. Name our worth in bold vibrations. Brick dust, Bible pages. We still here, we still praying, we still building in the basement. Till the next child never taste this. Brick dust and Bible pages.
Write our names beyond these cages.
Another day, same block, same faces,
But we still rise. Yeah, yeah, corner Turnstile cat selling hope in the jar. Scratch ours, backwoods, dreams in the dark. Shorty on the milk crate preaching his scars. He say I was one bad call from the yard. Mama worked late, 2 jobs, 1 bus. Keys in the hand, whole life in the clutch. Tired in the eyes, but she still show up. Packing lunch, packing prayers in the paper cup. Politician on the screen, talk change in the tie. But they never rode the route where the brakes almost die. With the heat cut off and the rent sky high. With the mold in the wall, spelled the word why. I learned math from the dice, eyes from the cops, economics from the way they flood and they stop. History from a teacher with chalk in his lungs, saying question every flag that was raised by a gun. We just running in cycles in the crates of our minds, trying to flip all this pain into something that shines. From the gutter to the grave to the grace we find. I keep digging through the noise for a sign. Cycles in the crates, but we break them in time. In the craze, but we break them. Pops had a flask in the past, he ain't faced that the war came home and it's left in his veins. Turn the volume up just to quiet the rage, and the bottle was a mirror that he hated to face. Big bro disappeared to a cell upstate, came back different eyes, same birth name. Talking about books, tears on his face. Said I found out the bars been bigger than this place. We inherit every debt, every story unspoken, every ghost at the table, every plate left broken. But I ain't finna pass that hurt to my seeds. I'ma write it in the verse, let the ink take the bleed. Meditate on the pain, ventilate it with grace. Elevate, change pace, learn to send to my faith. Every breath that I take is a break in the chain. Every step that I make is a stake in the claim. We just running in cycles in the crates of our minds, trying to flip all this pain into something that shines. From the gutter to the graves to the grace we find. I keep digging through the noise for a sign. Cycles in the crates, but we break them in time. In the craze, but we break them. I hear the echoes of the past in the wall, but I ain't answer when that sorrow call. I put my history in every bar I write, turn at midnight in the morning light. Look, kid on the bus with the book on his lap, highlighting every line about changing the map. He ain't speak much, but his eyes don't nap. He see prisons in the zone and see the plot in the trap. OG on the stoop saying, listen, little man, they gon' sell you a script, don't stick to the plan. Write your own role, learn to honor your name, cause they profit every time you forget what you came from. So I breathe and I breathe and I act with intent. Don't just post and coast and call it event. I be checking on my folks, bringing fruit to their crib, showing up, not just talking about how we should live. Every ball that I drop, that's a brick in a school. Crate dust on the kitchen floor, old tape hiss through a half-broke drawer. Mama said, baby, learn these scores. You gon' see the world from a 2-door porch. Me down Walkman, foam on my ear. Whole block loud, but the words cut clear. Uncle in the back room, lining up lines. I'm in the hallway trying to rewind time. Food stamp book folded in my math. Teacher said college, world said trap. Bodega on the corner, credit on the tab. We were rich in stories, broken cash. Dust on the needle, truth on the page. I came from the cradle, right to the cage. They wrote my ending same old way, but I keep scratching to the record chain. Dust on the needle, hope in my chest. They drew the target right on my flesh. I've been that fake, line by line. I live one bar at a time. Pops in the Polaroid, faded in blue. Heard be a man way before I grew. OG on the stoop, school in his eyes. Said don't chase high, go and chase high rise. Sirens every night like the city choir. Learn sleep, light like a live wire. Mom work doubles, feed all sore. Still pack lunch, left love by the door. Whole world betting waiting on me to fall. They built ceilings, I built walls, with words and chalk on brick and glass. Kid from the bottom still gon' pass. Dust on the needle, truth on the page. I came from the cradle, right to the cage. They wrote my ending, same old way, but I keep scratching till the record change. Dust on the needle, open my chest. They drew the target right on my flesh. I've been that fake, line by line. I live one bar at a time. One bar. If the plan ain't for us, we redraw maps. If the door stay locked, we learn those latches. If the test stay biased, we test each other. Teach 3 kids for every lost brother. If they sell quick highs, we sell long truth. Pass that down like a worn-out suit. Hand to hand, from booth to block, from grandma's M to the youth that ride. Look, kid on the corner, phone to his face, scrolling through lives he can't replace. Algorithm says buy this, be that. Real life says clock in, lean back. Rent due Tuesday, job cut Monday. Whole crew praying for a lucky one way. Politicians talking in a safe, clean room. We voting with whatever's still in bloom. Little girl drawing on a brown lunch sack. Sky so big it don't fit that bag. She passes me a crooked son, says this for you when the day feel done. And I swear that small yellow line held more power than a state of mind. So I rhyme for and the ones like me who were told stop but chose to see. Dust on the needle, truth on the page. I came from the cradle, right to the cage. They wrote my ending, same old way, but I keep scratching till the record change. Dust on the needle, open my chest. They drew the target right on my flesh. I've been that fake, line by line. I live one bar at a time.
One bar at a time. One block at a time. One mind at a time. Till the signs align.
From this cracked sidewalk
to the headline shine.
Right,
we were here
in the crooked line.
Dust on the needle,
still it claims.
We keep on breathing,
we don't fade.
We don't fade, baby.
Yeah. Check. Look. Yeah. Check. Look. Mom's rent late, pops long gone. Fridge light on, but the food all gone. Bus pass crumpled in my back jean pocket. Dreams in the margins of a half-torn docket. Teacher said, boy, you too distracted. I was doing fractions on the way my hood fractured. Counted up evictions like they birthdays passed. Every front door slam, another lesson in class. Cousin on the corner trying to flip that hoe. Same hoodie 3 days, same burnt out joke. He said, little bro, you the one that got away. Say it in the rhyme, make the pain make way. So I'm scribbling on the table at the after school spot while the homies play ball. I'm connecting these dots, every crack in the concrete. Spell my name in code, every scar on the block like a barcode. Singing out from the cracks in the concrete. We still grow, we still grow. Turn my pain into poems over cold keys. Let it flow, let it flow. Yeah, if the world try to write me off, I won't sing. I still glow. From the dirt to the daylight, I'm on beat. From the cracks in the concrete, I rose. I seen friends vanish like smoke in the stairwell. Blue lights flashing, mama saying that ain't fair. Hell, lunch line short cause the funds run thin. Free meal ticket like a lottery win. But I learned how to budget every second I breathe. If I give you my time, you ain't taking it free. They feed us what to wear, what to want, what to be. But I ain't fit the frame, so they cropped out me. Got his counselor talking about a fallback plan. I said fall back fam, this my call, I stand. I ain't chasing every trend that be moving this week. I'm trying to build with my lil sis, gon' read and repeat. Tell her college just a tool, not a crown, lil queen. Your worth in your work, not the likes on the screen. We ain't numbers in the system, we the sum of our scars. Took the bars they gave us, turned straight into bars. Look, every crack in the concrete spell a story in code. Every boarded up window like a blindfold. Singing out from the cracks in the concrete. We still grow, we still grow.
Yeah, we do.
Turn Turn my pain into poems over cold keys. Let it flow, let it flow. If the world try to write me off, I won't sing.
I still glow,
I still glow. From the dirt to the daylight, I'm on beat. From the cracks in the concrete, I rose.
They say stay in your lane,
but the road been broke.
I've been walking on glass.
Turn the cuts to quotes.
If you feel like a ghost
in your own hometown,
let my voice be your match.
Turn the volume loud, 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 loud. This for the kid in the back with the hoodie and heartache, hands ink stained, trying to draft his escape. This for the girl on the bus with the eyes on the floor. Who gon' run this world if she walk through that door? This for 9 to 5 soldiers on that graveyard grind. Shift change, still got a grave on they mind. Corporate lobbies marble, but the block got cracks. We been holding up the world with a broke down back. I ain't preaching from a podium, I'm speaking from the stoop, where the man never gentle and the truth uncute, they say.
Crates on the floor, ink on my hand, old heads talking.
I remember when yeah, yeah, yeah. Born where the sirens sang us to sleep. Mama with the EBT car folded in the seat. Uncle on the corner chasing yesterday's heat. Said you either learn the game or get played in the street. Free lunch line, cardboard pizza on tray. Guidance counselor said maybe try a safer way, but the textbook heroes never looked like me. I saw more truth in the bus ride scenery. Graffiti on the wall wrote the real curriculum. Names of the fallen outlined like riddles, and we passed candles on the way to class. Math on my mind, but I studied how we laugh. These streets still teaching,
even when the schools gave up.
Every crack in the pavement spelling out.
Rise up, we came from nothing, but we still add love.
If they close that door, then we build from us.
Still teaching,
listen when the concrete speaks. From the mothers on the steps to the kids in sneaks.
we carry that pain till it turns to peace.
These streets still teaching.
Oh, these streets still teaching me.
Yeah. Saw my brother take pills for the wounds he hid. Scrolling past lives, trying to mute what he did. Algorithms feed what they think we are. Sell trauma in the clip, then they call it art. Politician on the screen says he feel I hurt, but his shoes never step through this chipped up dirt. We the ones that stretch every paycheck thin. Turn the pantry scraps to a Sunday win. Grandma said, baby, keep your circle small. The loudest in the room might be first to